So I'm going to be changing up a little bit how weeps are going to be planned out. So I will talk about the current ongoing prompt, but also the one for next weep. So I will be talking about weep 6 and weep 7's prompt in this video, just to let people have a little bit more time to plan out what they're going to do. Howdy, y'all, and welcome back for another week of weep. This is week 5. There's been 5 of these bad boys. That's very exciting. Now, time for the prompt. So, week 5's prompt is going to be Way, our wonderful, wonderful content creator who recently got partnered on Twitch, which is like a huge accomplishment. They've got the wonderful little verification badge, and now will appear all cool and special, because Way's, just to match Way's specialness, because Way is a wonderful, wonderful person. So we got two participants this week, one of them being me, and one of them being new person. We got the wonderful, wonderful mod, Doki. So Doki, wonderful, wonderful mod. This is Doki's first week submitting some art, and I'm really excited because I've been looking at it, and I really like it. I really like this piece. So I like how it's spray painted. The little cry about it. It's like like it's a tag. And it's also got the little fish on it. I'm not quite sure where this joke came from. It's that once when Wave was like doing fake merch, Cry About It with the little crying fish showed up, and I don't know where it came from. I can't find reference to it I can't find what video or thing it's referencing. However, it's there, and I like it because it's like a little inside joke, because it's like because it's both like, it makes sense to someone who's not seen Way's content and doesn't know that the little fish thing, like the Cry About It fish, is referencing something. It just looks like, look at me, I'm a big man, I got verified, frick you. But it's also a Way inside joke, because I think it's a phrase, and I think it's really cute. Second of all, I really like the pose. It's like Way's leaning up against the verification thing, and it's convincing. It doesn't look like Way's awkwardly like leaning backwards, and then there's also like this weird purple block behind it. It's that it convincingly looks like Way is leaning up against the verification symbol, and I really like that. And it's just something that's hard to convincingly do, and so it makes me very happy when people are able to do it. And just to bring it back to the little tag, I do like the little spray painted version on. The one thing I would change would be to make the contrast levels a little bit higher. Just a little advice time. I'm not saying this is bad, because you can tell it's tagged on because of the different color. However, if you turn the piece into black and white, you can see that the contrast levels are actually pretty low. You can tell where the body stops and the flannel starts, and then the skin and the hair, and then the mask, because the mask is much lighter than the skin, so you can see all of the different parts. However, if you look back at the tag and the two like magenta purple things, while you can see the difference, it probably work better if you use something like a brighter pink, just so that there's a different in contrast levels, or something like that. Something like that would help the tag really pop more. But honestly, I like how it looks right now. I think it's cute. I like the purple pink magenta thing, and so honestly, I think it's good. So that is Doki. Sadoki. You can find Doki at Curon. That's still the Pokemon. Here, it's this one. You can find them on the Bird app. And then, since there was only 2 submissions this week, the next one is mine. I did this cute little animatic, of this interesting clip from Way. I think here it is, since it's a video, I made an animatic.
Okay, let me fix these before I hang out with Fundy later, because he will shit on my cereal. I gotta crank these up a tiny bit. Okay, hold on. I forgot what the sound means.
So that's the animatic. I do really like how Chat's face came out at the very end. I had to draw that face like 4 times, and I was like, why don't you look right. And then I had to fix it was because I needed to fix the eyes, and now it looks a lot better. But also, this design with like the floating hands is actually how I think of the floating hands and head. That's actually how I think of Way most of the time. Way is bald, of course. But that's how I always imagine Way. I never imagine Way as like a standard human. And it's less of that I don't think Way is a human. It's that I prefer humanoid designs, but not human designs. Like, one of my favorite characters of all time that I've ever designed is still Smile. And because I really like all of the floating limbs, it gives me a lot of like creative freedom to like squash and stretch the anatomy in ways that are kind of like out there and weird, but anyways, this is how I normally think of Way. And so I don't mind the one with the hair. I think it's a very cute design. I really like it. However, I'm lazy, so I don't want to do that design. Yeah, I'm also really proud of my chat design, mainly because I did design it based off of a specific animal. However, because I poorly drew that animal, no one actually can tell what animal I drew it as. I've had multiple people guess on what it was originally based off of. However, no one's guessed it correct because I just drew it badly enough. And so now it's a secret. You will never know. That is all of the Weep submissions for this week. I really like the one that Doki did. It makes me very happy. I love seeing other people's art. It just gets me very excited. I love seeing everyone's different styles and takes on everything. It's just so much fun. So I'm changing up how Weep works a little bit. So instead of just releasing what the current week's prompt is, which is, in this case, would be Weep 6. That's the one that's currently going on. I will also be releasing the prompt for Weep 7 a little bit earlier in these videos. So the current plan for Weep 7 is going to be the Weicord Pantheon. You draw like an OC or your persona as if they were like a god, and it's like, oh, what represents you? What are you the god of? And stuff like that. And also, Weeps are now running Wednesday to Wednesday. So the final day to submit art is going to be November 16th. Yes, November 16th. 10 a.m. CST, just to make it a little bit more concrete. But yes, so that is the current plan for Weep. I'm so happy to see the wonderful art that Doki provided, and I had a lot of fun making my little animatic, but it's time for me to head out and make more wonderful art for this week's Weep. So, bye!